Do you want to unlock your productivity potential? Do you want to learn how to overcome the most common challenges that hold you back from achieving your goals? If yes, then keep watching because I have some amazing tips for you. And welcome back. Have you ever felt like you are swimming in the sea of tasks and deadlines? I can relate with it. Productivity challenges are real, but fear not. After diving deep into countless tips and insights, I have discovered top 4 hurdles many of us face. Let's break them down and see where you stand. Give yourself a rating out of 5 in the comment section. Let's get talking. So the challenge number 1 is time awareness. Have you ever draw a blank when asked about what you did yesterday? Join the club. That's the magic of time awareness. It's about knowing where your time goes and estimating how long a task takes, and mastering the art of communicating time effectively. Without it, we are stuck in the cycle of chronic lateness, missed deadlines, and roller coaster of over or underutilization. Some tips to ace time awareness: use time tracking apps or tools to monitor your daily activities. Prioritize tasks by estimating how much time each will take, and communicate effectively about deadlines and the time commitments. For example, I generally use calendar and reminder app in combination on my phone to log my hours and see where I spend most of my time. It helps me identify and eliminate time wasters and optimize my workflow. I also use a technique called time boxing to assign a fixed amount of time to each task and stick to it. This way, I avoid over and underestimating the time requirement for each task and stay on track with my schedule. And whenever I have a deadline or a time commitment, I make sure to communicate it clearly and realistically to avoid misunderstanding and disappointments. Believe me, this one will help you hugely in your professional life, especially when you are discussing your yearly achievements with your supervisor. Now that we have covered time awareness, let's move on to the next challenge. The challenge 2 is prioritization. In the world of endless to-dos, spotting the very important priorities can be tricky. When prioritizations take a back seat, we find ourselves drowning in the task, stressing over missed opportunities, and over-perfecting work that should be a breeze. Some tips for mastering the prioritization is: break your task into urgent and important categories. Learn to say no. Focus on the tasks that align with your goals. Embrace the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes to do anything, do it immediately. Have you ever spent hours on a task that turned out to be irrelevant or low priority? I know I have. That's why I used to sort my task into urgent and important categories. This helps me focus on what matters most and avoid wasting time on trivial and unnecessary tasks. I also follow the 2-minute rule from Getting Things Done by David Dallon. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, I do it right away. This way, I clear my mind of small tasks and free up spaces for bigger tasks. Now let's move on to the third challenge: organization. Who hasn't frantically searched for a note or a missed commitment? That's the chaos that ensues when organization's skill needs to be tuned up. Let's face it, a lack of organization leads to miscommitment, worrying about the things slipping through the cracks, and the endless searches of misplaced notes or to-dos. Some organizational hack for success: invest in a reliable task management system or app. Create a clutter-free workspace to enhance your focus. Develop a routine for organizing and reviewing your tasks regularly. Always make sure to keep my workspace tidy and clutter-free. A messy environment can distract and overwhelm me, so I try to keep only the essentials on my desk. I also have a routine of organizing and reviewing my tasks. Every morning I check my calendar and my task list and plan my day. Every evening, I review what I accomplished and what I need to do the next day. This helped me stay on the top on my priorities and avoid surprises. Even to shoot this video, I have planned a week in advance. And finally, let's talk about our fourth and final challenge, focus. Ever feel like your attention span is on a roller coaster ride? Welcome to the club of focus challengers. When the focus is lacking, we find ourselves jumping between tasks, easily distracted, and rarely experiencing that converted flow state. Mastering the art of focus, practice mindfulness and meditation to enhance your concentration. Break your task into smaller and manageable chunks. Eliminate distraction and create a dedicated work environment. One of the best ways to improve your focus is to practice mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness is the ability to present and aware your thoughts, feeling and sensation. Meditation is a technique to train your mind to focus on a single object such as a breath, a mantra or a sound. Both practices can help you improve your concentration, reduce stress and increase your productivity. Another tip for boosting your focus is to break tasks into smaller and manageable chunks. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by the size of the complexity of a task or lose motivation or focus. By breaking it down into a smaller steps, we can make it more manageable and achievable. I use a technique called Pomodoro to divide my work into 25 minutes intervals, separated by 5-minute breaks. This helps me stay focused and avoid burnouts. And finally, one of the most important factors for focus is to eliminate distractions and create a dedicated work environment. Distraction can come in many forms such as notifications, email, phone calls, and noise. To avoid them, I turn off all unnecessary alerts, close all irrelevant tabs, and put my phone on a silent or focus mode. I also use noise-cancelling headphones and listen to some music to block out any background noise. And I make sure I have a comfortable and ergonomic workspace with a good lighting, ventilation, and temperature. I hope you find these tips helpful and that you are ready to conquer these challenges and level up your productivity game. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and share your ratings in the comment section. Stay tuned for more tips, tricks and life-changing insight in the next video. Until then, remember the power to enhance your productivity is in your hands. Let's unleash it together. Cheers.